Friends, welcome to the Boolean Brain in continuation to the LeetCode Daily Challenge series, where we are solving the daily LeetCode challenge problem statement. We are on day 20. Let us take a look at today's problem statement. The problem statement says you are given an array nums consisting of n prime integers. We need to construct an array answer of length n such that for each index I, the bitwise OR of answer of I and answer of I plus 1 is equals to nums of I. That is, answer of I or answer of I plus 1 exactly equals to nums of I. Additionally, you must minimize each value of answer of I in the resulting array. And if it is not possible to find such a value for answer of I that satisfies the condition, then set answer of I equals to -1. Okay, the problem statement states we have given this integer array and we have to return a similar integer array of equal length such that the each element, each ith element in answer should be when should be such that answer of I or answer of I plus 1, the next element of answer, that is answer of I plus 1, should be exactly equals to nums of I, right? And we have to basically minimize this answer of I value. So this is the problem statement. And if there doesn't exist any integer such that by adding the current and the next is giving me this, I should simply return -1 for that associated ith index. Okay, so the problem statement looks easy because we want to find the minimum, right? Now, let us take, before going towards or making any decision on the implementation, let's take a look at the constraints. The constraint says the maximum length of nums is less than equals to 100. The constraints are very small, whereas each element in the nums is also less than equals to 1000. Okay, so since the constraints are very small, our brute force approach should work here. So what is brute force approach? We want to basically find an element x such that x or x plus 1 is equals to nums of I, right? So if you observe, we are making an OR operation. OR basically increases the value. We are making OR of two elements. It basically increases the value. So if I want this value and if I want to find the x, shouldn't x should be less than or equals to this? Then only it is possible. X can never be greater than nums plus I. So this is the only concept of ideally it should be less than only less than equals to nums of I. So this is the only mathematical logic that one needs to know or understand in order to attempt this. And considering the constraints, one can simply solve using brute force technique. Let us try to code this up. So we want to return a vector. So let me declare a vector arms. Okay, cool. Now I want to basically start iterating on the nums length I starting from 0, I less than nums dot size I plus plus. Now for the inner loop, since I am going ahead with brute force, I also need to declare another j iterator, j assigned to 1 and j less than same nums dot size j plus plus. Sorry, it should not be nums dot size, it should be nums of I, because we want to find all the possible numbers from 1 to nums of I. Why? Because we want to find the minimum. In order to find the minimum, we are starting from 1 to this. Okay, so that's the loop here. So j is pointing starting from 1 to nums of I. Okay, let's make it equals to. Now at each position, we have to check if my j or single for Boolean or this is the symbol. So for j or j plus 1 exactly equals to nums of I, that element in nums, Then I will basically push that J value to my answer, isn't it? And I will simply break from here because if I found one answer, I don't want to move it further. And at the end of loop, I will check if J broke by exceeding the nums of I. If such is the case, in in that case, I need to push -1 as the answer, isn't it? If it is not possible, we have to return -1. So that's the condition it's mentioned. So we simply push -1 into the answer, and at the end, answer is being returned. So let us try to run and test our solution. Okay, my bad. It should be J plus plus. Yeah, sample test cases are passing. Let's try to submit this up. And yes, we have successfully submitted the solution. Let us quickly also discuss the time and space complexity. Time complexity says m into n, where it should be n into m, where n is the total number of elements in nums and m is the maximum of the number because we are going till max. And similarly, we are not using any extra space, so space-wise it should be O of 1. So if I hope the problem statement and solution is clear to you. This is a very easy and simple solution, simple problem from last almost a week. LeetCode was obsessed with squares. Each of the problem statement um, from last 7 days consisted on squares. If you want to, if you're following the series, you must be aware. Thankfully, this today's problem statement is a bit easy. Okay, so yeah, I hope everything is clear till now. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you have any doubts or queries, please do let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching.